hope you're having a good weekend so far. Today it's Sunday, and I made this kind of a smoky, kind of smudged out look under the... Today I will start my makeup with this Youre BB cream in Youre Skin Nude. It's the lightest color. I have just a sample. It looks like this. Yeah, it looks pretty pink in real life. I think pinker than on camera. I kind of like it though. It gives some kind of a nice finish that I really like, even if the color is kind of really off. Of course I can't use just this. I use it kind of as a primer. So I will put it on and I'll be back. So it will be less scary in my face. So on my nails for a few days already is this OPI, I'm Not Really a Waitress. Really pretty dark, kind of a cherry red. Okay, before I start with my eyes, just lip balm, not to forget. This is Neutrogena SPF 20. It's really nice for daytime. In the night I used the 8-hour cream from Elizabeth Arden. It's just, I didn't find anything that, you know, even compares to it. In the crease I'm starting with this light beigey brown. It's a palette from Shiseido, it's BE 213. And fluffy brush, of course. I already applied it here. And for the inner corner I'm taking this lightest color from here, from the same palette. It's like a light gold, beige gold maybe, you would call it. Just popping it in here, in the dip over there. In the dip, and a little bit down here, and a little bit in here. For the brow bone, again, I'm using this usual compact powder with my big brush. Just like that. And of course I didn't do my brows yet. So this is just like a reddish brown with some shimmer in it. And this one is really like a violet. So same with those violet blue and kind of reddish coppery brown, let's say. That's how I would describe that color. Just lightly brushing it up like that it will be less strong, you know, up there, until I will get, you know, making it a little bit darker. Same too, without the black one still. Making it darker down here. Also making it stronger on this side. Down here and going up slightly. Like that. Kind of opening my eyes now to see where I have this color up here, if it comes, you know, high enough, because I wanna try and use those colors up here now, not start with a, you know, another color. Slightly just with the same small brush, going in slightly like that. And I don't intend to take this dark color in here. I will probably use, you know, the same brown one that I had before, or maybe something else. Again, just brushing it a little bit up here to make sure that I have it, you know, over all this wrinkly stuff here. All this, you know, when I open my eye, it's like really high up like that. Yeah. Now if you look like this, it looks kind of, you know, normal. If you open it like that, you see how high up I need to put the color to make it show when I open my eye, you know. It's kind of ridiculous really if you think about it. So we don't think. Starting to blend with a fluffier brush like that. And now we start up here. I'm putting it this way. Just to continue with this palette, you know. I'm taking this fuchsia and this peachy beige color. And they all have the same, let's say, not exactly shimmer, but really high sheen. And you can use them wet too, but I think it's easier to use them dry. So I'm just using them dry. A little bit more on the peachy one, because I don't want it to be too... I will see if I like it first. Yeah, why not, huh? Why not? Just down here anyways. Don't want to take it up too high up. Blend it in a little bit hooded eye. You know, like 10 years ago, I didn't have hooded eyes at all. It happened kind of the last 10 days. 10 days? 10 years, okay. But here it's really getting hooded. Yeah. So I kind of really have to make sure, especially on this side, that I make this part here, this puffy part and loose skin part, you know. It's not just hooded, it's like extra skin really, because it's falling down. Well, that's what it is. So yeah, it's here, and there's it's less elastic and all those things, you know, as we grow older. So instead of being up there, you know, it's down here. So this part where it's really like kind of puffy and wrinklish and, you know, like that, I try to put a semi-matte color like the one I used from here, that one, down here. So I will do it still, you know, with a smaller brush that will go exactly here, so I don't get it all over this color, you know. You kind of have to, I find I have to use smaller and smaller brushes as time goes by. Oh, yeah. So as not to lose too much of this darker color, I will add just down here, again, the mix of the brown and the violet. So I'm blending a little bit between these two. And yeah, one thing, those colors blend really easily together, so that's a plus, of course. But as I said, doesn't mean that you can't find these kind of colors in other brands. So you guys, aren't you a little bit annoyed with all this limited edition stuff? So as I said earlier, I will put still here this medium or really light brown, let's say. It's kind of a light brown. And I'm kind of just going here, dabbing it on first. Like that, so I get it in the right kind of place. And this color is kind of, when it's blending out, it's kind of very close to a skin color, you know. Depending on, of course, what color you have. But, you know, it's darker than mine, so it's just, you know, giving a little bit like that. Then I'm grabbing a blending brush like this. It's from this Israeli brand Ofra. And the brush looks like that. It's really, I never saw a brush like that, but I suppose it's nothing special, you know. For me it is. It's a really nice blending brush, because you can really like, really lightly, because this part of it is really like stiff, and this part is really soft of it. So it's blending only with the white part of it. So you just have to be really light when you go over, and keep it kind of like this and not like that. You have to keep it exactly like against where you want the blending to happen. And then you go really softly over it, and it's doing the job like. Now with this brush, I'm cleaning up a little bit. Not that it was, you know, but I'm taking some of the compact powder. That's too much. Dabbing it off a bit. This one really, if you try and take color with this one, it really takes a lot of color on it. And I'm just going around it here. Under the eye, I'm just taking the brown and the black with a brush like that. And just in the beginning here, with those two colors together. And again, I'm pulling it slightly out like that, pressing it in and kind of going out a bit like. Now, I went a bit heavier on this, just because I kind of like the way it looks. And I'm cleaning up the same brush and taking the light brown from the first palette. I'm putting it in here. From the gold, kind of in the inner corner. And letting it go a little bit over that one to soften it a little bit. Like that. And then also I have the same color from here, I have it also here. So I thought, since I made it already this, you know, smoky, I'm grabbing this Maybelline black liner with a eyeliner brush like that. Dabbing it in over there a bit. Well, there she goes again. And I'm taking it slightly in the waterline. Kind of pushing it inside the lashes as well. But not all the way, you know, not all the way. Eyeliner is really black. I probably have to go a little bit in here too, not to make it, you know, too heavy on the, or too black down here and not up there. So I will just do that too then. In the end it's smoky and dark. Yeah, I know. Why not? Also to make it really like dark between the blonde lashes. We'll go in and smudge around, you know, down here. First the light colors. And then. So I went over the lashes twice with this Youre Show Extase. It's just a sample. And it really gives a lot of volume. Those are so stubborn. Concealer under eyes, I'm using just those two together with a brush like that. Now, and if I feel like I came a little bit with all this smudging and blending, too much down in these wrinkles here, I'm just dabbing it in like that a bit. Same here, you see it's with the wrinkles it's a little bit more tricky than if you don't have wrinkles. Right? Well. The under eye area I'm just setting with this kind of a shimmer, not shimmer really, but there's some sheen in this powder. And it has those, you know, pink and lilac and all those brightening colors. Foundation today, I'm doing the brows after the foundation today. I00 from this Shiseido Perfect Refining Foundation, SPF 50. And you have to shake those up, yeah? So I shook it up, and I'm using the same brush like I used for the BB cream from Dior. For the brows I'm using this tiny little brow pencil from Boas, and I think it's the only color he has for the brows. There is some slight gold sheen or something like that in it, which is maybe a bit strange, but so I'm just going over the brows again with these colors. First these two in the beginning of the brow, and then the taupe and the brown. I decided I'm starting to go back to this. This is what we learned, you know, to do. And I kind of stopped doing it because also you have to be very careful how, and this foundation now, I'm not happy with how it looks today. I don't know what's going on. It really depends how hard you press, you know, you're supposed to just slightly go over and see if there's anything that, you know, wants to. Because otherwise you take the foundation off. So I'm using this yellow halo powder from Smashbox. I decided to kind of warm up the skin a little bit using this Smashbox matte bronze powder in suntan. What do you guys think about all those brand, how you say, I sometimes watch the Dior and, what is it, Chanel? No, it's Dior. I don't know, maybe it was just Dior. No, it was something else too, but never mind. I don't remember that one now. Shiseido maybe. They do like this. one time in it, and then they go like this in a C shape, like that, and everything looks perfect. Don't you just love that? So I added some of this YSL number 2. It's like a peachy, really peachy, kind of almost, not yellow, but yeah. So of course, one thing about this, you know, when you're just setting your foundation and everything, usually after half an hour, everything looks better, because it's kind of, you know, everything is smoothed in there, and it's, you know, a little bit softer looking. Otherwise, what I usually do, and I didn't do it today, is to use this, you know, setting spray on top of everything. It makes kind of the same thing happen, but also it makes it stay better, you know. So that's another thing. But definitely this halo powder from Smashbox. With that one especially, I feel like when I just put it on, it just looks too matte and too flat and everything, and it seems like it doesn't do anything. But after a while, it's like it gives a little bit of some kind of a glow thing going, and it doesn't look powdery for sure anymore. So yeah, in my opinion, at least with that one especially, you really have to give it some time to, you know, to settle in, to look nicer. Yeah, just a side note. Today's perfume is Shalimar Perfume Initial. This one. Yeah. It's nothing like the old Shalimar, like the classic Shalimar. I have just a small sample kind of thing from it left, and I'm like holding on to it. But on the other hand, it's so hot here, like almost all year round, that it becomes too heavy. So this is really like a light, it has something left from the real Shalimar, which I really love that one, but they don't sell it here anymore. Go figure, huh? Yeah, but this one is also a good for like a little bit warmer climate. Maybe it's really good because it doesn't get too heavy on you. Yeah, but if you know the real Shalimar, you know that it's nothing like it, but it's a good perfume. And it doesn't stay on, of course, the same time. Even if it's a perfume as well, like eau de perfume. You know, it is, I suppose. I hope it is, because I don't buy anything else anymore. Eau de parfum, yeah. So, it's pretty concentrated, but it's, you know, anyway, it's nothing like the old one, but we will live with it, right?